All right, hey everybody, welcome. Hi, how's your day? How's everybody doing? I'm excited to be back here with you yet again for another Smrt Live class. For those of you where it's your first time in here, my name's Joshua. I'm a teacher here and the director of the college in Spokane, Washington, Spokane College of English Language. So we are in little Spokane, Washington, which maybe I haven't shared with you guys exactly where this is. Let me show you on a map exactly where we are, just so you can kind of check us out. Here we are, Spokane College of English Language. We are right here in Spokane, Washington, which is in the United States. This is Washington State. Here's Canada up here, our lovely northern neighbors. And you guys might know California. Here's LA, so we're quite a ways from LA. And to show you the world map, that is where we are. So it's a really cool place. If you ever want to come and study English, you absolutely can. I would be your director, and we have amazing teachers that work here also. Or you could study at our sister school up in Canada, in Vancouver, BC. But if you wanted to study here at Spokane College of English Language, you simply have to go to usa-english.com, and that will take you to our website here, which is our school, my school. It's where I work. So if you have any interest in studying, here's our campus. Actually, right here is the doorway to the studio that I'm in right now. This is our lovely downtown with our clock tower, some students there. So there's lots of great stuff, and we have many great university partners that you can transition to if you wanted to study at our college. So that gives you a little idea about where I am located in the world, and I'd love to see where you are too. So if you want to share a map with me, that's awesome, and I'd love to see that. So feel free to email me and tell me where you're at. I'm going to monitor the chat, so please ask questions, say hello to other students. Everybody's doing a great job of saying good morning, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. So thank you for that. I see a lot of friendly faces here. Rosa, welcome back. Selma, welcome back. Navat, welcome back. And looks like Al-Sufani, hi, how's it going? I'm not sure if you go by Hamad or Al-Sufani. If it's Hamad, let me know. Jacob, hey, how's it going? Good to see you. And Sumaya, welcome. Hi, good to have you. Fatima, good to see you again. Looks like we have more people joining all the time. Omar, Hussein, welcome. Hello. Sol, how are you doing? From Ecuador. Hello, Sol. Good to have you. Kyran, welcome. Hi, how you doing? Good to have you. And it's so nice that we all can join each other here in this class. So I've got a big, long lesson today. We're going to get started on it pretty quickly here. But first, for our premium subscribers, I want to make sure I check everybody in and take attendance. So here's my class. Looks like only Searing and Rosa are checked in. So Jasleen and Alzlia and Charlie and Jennifer, if you guys are here, let me know so I can adjust attendance. But I'm going to go ahead and take attendance here with Rosa and Searing. So thank you so much, premium subscribers, for being here. I'm really glad you're here with us. If you're curious what you get as a premium subscriber, you get access to all of this curricula. So when I go to the lessons and I click on, Unit 1 or Unit 2, and I actually go into the lesson, it has all the words there, and I can go to the exercise, and I can make a copy of the document. Our premium subscribers get access to all of this and more. So it's really a cool feature. You also get teacher-corrected homework. You'll get access to the quizzes. You get a lot of different stuff. And if you're saying, Josh, wait, how do I become a premium subscriber? Well, it's easy. You just go to this link that I'm sharing right now with you in the chat. There we go. And if you click on this link, it'll give you all the wonderful details about how to become a premium subscriber. So if you do that, you get 2 1-hour lessons per week with the Canadian or American English teacher. Of course, that's what we're doing right now, but you get more than that. You get access to the course on Smrt English, and not just this course, but you get access to a whole bunch of courses, a bunch of learning tools. You could spend 1,000 hours on there and still not see all of the information that you'll have access to. It's like buying 20 textbooks all at once. It's awesome. Also, you'll get teacher-marked assignments. Sometimes you'll get private hangouts with your teacher too, so where it's just you and your teacher, which would be me. So it's like you and me Skyping or hanging out, where you get to just talk to me and I answer you. I'm just there for you. So that's cool. You also get quizzes and exams, which we don't do in the live class, but you do get as a premium subscriber. And then you'll also get an official Smrt English certification. So if any of that sounds good to you, check out that link. Gemma, welcome. It's your first time? Awesome. Air high five. Welcome to the class. I'm so happy to have you here for your first time. All right. And Soul, you brought a friend. Hi, Soul's friend. What's your friend's name, Soul? Go ahead and type it in there and I'll say hello. Kieran, is it Kieran or Kyran? Go ahead and let me know in the chat. Tell me how I'm pronouncing it. Kieran, is it Kieran? Hello, and I'm glad you're doing well. Glad you're here. Haichum, well, welcome. Hi, how are you, Haichum? All right. Gemma, is it Gemma? Gemma? Is that right? All right. Okay. And you are the friend. I understand now. So you're on your own login, but you guys know each other. That's awesome. That's so cool. Anytime you guys want to bring friends in, please do. I'll shout out to them. I'll say what's up. How's it going? So again, if you want to be a premium subscriber, awesome. The first month's free, so you might as well do it. Check it out. See if you like it. Sign up, and then I'll get an email, and I'll hang out with you and say welcome and try to find out what your goal is in learning English. Do you want to go to school? Do you want to improve it for your job? Let me know. Let me know why you want to learn English. Anyway, there's lots of great classes. Nicole's another teacher right here that works at our college in Spokane, Washington, USA. She's awesome. Mark is a great teacher. He works up in Canada at Canadian College of English Language. And he's awesome as well, a lot of fun. Neil is another teacher here in the United States. He teaches upper intermediate English, so you could join his class. And then, of course, this goofy, dorky face right here, that's me. So check out that link if you like. But I'm going to go ahead and get us started on our lesson for today. Now, if you are a premium subscriber, you can go ahead and open Unit 2 in your curricula right now, and that will take you to this section, which is English 140, English for academic purposes. And our topic for today is, the unit is health and medicine. Our topic for this unit is cloning and stem cells. Cloning and stem cells. And then our listening for today, which is 2-3B, is going to be listening to snippets of conversations about cloning and stem cells. But before we begin, I'm going to leave this vocab word list up so you can use some vocab if you want in the chat. But I want to take about 3-4 minutes and just chat with you guys as I leave this vocabulary list up so you can see these words that we're going to talk about and use. And I want us to just chat about what is cloning? What are stem cells? Let's have a conversation about this and try to use some of these words if you can. And then after about 4 or 5 minutes, we'll come back and we'll start explaining what some of these words mean if you don't know already. So try to use these words if you can. And I'm going to disappear here in just a second. Watch this. Poof. Oh, it didn't work. It didn't work. My magic might be off. Okay, ready? Poof. It still didn't work. Here we go. All right, I'm gone. So I'm going to play a little music, chat here use these vocab words and talk about what is cloning, what are stem cells. Okay, everybody, so I am back. Welcome, everyone that arrived as I was having a chat and discussing what is cloning, what are stem cells. I'm still in the chat here, so if you have questions as you're going through, please ask. Also, feel free to give me comments or feedback. For example, Selma, you told me how to pronounce your brother's name. Hisham, I think is correct. So thank you for that, and welcome, Hisham. It's good to have you here. All right, Hamad Al-Safani, you got it. Excellent. We want to understand everything that we're learning about. So if you hear a word that you're not sure of, if you're like, Josh, I don't know that word, I don't know what you're talking about, just chat and let me know, and I'm happy to explain. So we learned cloning is when we copy a living organism, right? It's when we take the exact same DNA and we make a new living thing out of it. Now, many people know, and maybe the first and most popular example of cloning is Dolly, the sheep. And I've got that information open here. This is the Wikipedia page for Dolly. In the 5th of July, 1996, and then Dolly passed away on the 14th of February, 2003. She was the first mammal cloned using a process of nuclear transfer. So she was the first mammal that science actually successfully cloned. So she is an exact DNA biological copy of another sheep. And you can look this up. You can do some research on your own. Here's a bunch of photos of Dolly, Time magazine. It was very, very popular. I remember it in the news, and it was a big deal. It's still a big deal because cloning is a very hotly debated topic still to this day. Like, should we clone humans? Is that a good idea? Is that a bad idea? We probably have very strong opinions about it, but we'll save that conversation for another time. Right now, Rosa, you remember this sheep? Yeah, it was really popular in the news. Okay, so, Selma, it's not your brother. I'm sorry, but still, welcome to the class. Hisham, glad to have you here, no matter who you are. Let's talk about some of these words that we're going to use today. Apparently is a word that it's an adverb that we use to describe something that seems to be. So if I am in my house and I start to hear the rain outside, if I hear the rain, I could say, oh, apparently it's raining. Apparently it's raining. It means I think this to be true. It's a very common adverb. Yusuf, hi, welcome to the class. Thanks for being here. And Ko, thanks for being here. Good to have you. You're not too late. You're just on time. We just started. You're great. So welcome. So apparently means when we think something is true, right? And it could be any sort of evidence that we see that leads us to believe something. So if I open my window and I see rain clouds outside, I could say, oh, apparently it's not going to be nice today. It's using evidence that we see to make a guess about something that is true, right? Apparently, Josh is growing a beard, right? You see in the video, I have a beard that I'm growing, right? Apparently, he likes beards. You can make that guess based on what you see. Does that make sense? Do we understand that? If you want to ask questions about any of the words, just go ahead and ask in the chat. I'll keep checking it here. Everybody's just being really nice and saying hello to all our newcomers, so thank you. Let me check our attendance and see if we have any new student arrivals. Nope, just Rosa and Searing. So hey, thank you, Rosa and Searing, for being here. I appreciate that. That's awesome. And again, if you want more information about how to become a premium subscriber, click on that link that I shared in the chat earlier. Just scroll up and you'll see it. Aspect. What is a good definition for aspect? I'd like you guys to make a guess there in the chat. So please type a definition for aspect and share that with the chat. I'm not going to describe it yet. I'm going to come back to it. I'd like you to create a definition for the word aspect. Now, don't cheat. Don't just go onto Google or dictionary.com and find a definition. I want it to be your words from your mind. So how would you describe the word aspect to someone who did not know the meaning? Go ahead and come up with a definition. Oh, Rosa, so quick. Good job. Rosa says, a part of something, one element of a bigger idea. Yes, that's perfect. So I could say a part of something. A part of English is reading. Reading is one aspect of English. It's not the whole thing, but it's a part of it, right? And Yusuf, you say one particular part of something. Correct. You're right. Let's see. Good job. A characteristic, Sumaya. Yes, we could say characteristic is a synonym of aspect. Kaio, I'm not sure what you mean with the countdown. If you have questions about it, send me an email. If you guys want my email is joshua.live@smartenglish.com, and I'll type that for you in the chat. That way you guys have it. If you have questions, you can send me an email. Yeah, I'd like to know what the issue is with the countdown. So Selma or Kyle, please go ahead and send me an email. Let me know what you're talking about. Do a screenshot if you can, and I can try to figure out what's going on. So good job on defining aspect. Eliminate. If we eliminate something, we are completely getting rid of it. We want to eliminate it. We want to get rid of it. So who can use eliminate in a good sentence? I'd like example sentences. Try to use the word eliminate. I'm going to give you guys a few minutes here to do that. Please try to use the word eliminate in a sentence, and I'll give you about 2 minutes to work on that, and then I'll make corrections as you're making your sentences. So remember to use good English, capitalize, use punctuation, but use the word eliminate in a sentence, and I'll be right back. Wow, you guys are great. Good job. I'm really impressed. You guys are all very good English writers. Excellent. Good job. Your sentences are amazing. Remember, I know you're typing quickly because it's a chat, but still try to use capitalization, punctuation. I Watch your spelling. We want to practice as much as possible, especially in class. I know we get in the habit of writing quickly, especially when we're typing. We're used to Facebook or text messages, and it's easy to use quick language. But since this is an English class, we want to try to use as much perfect English as we can for good practice. Kyle, your sentence, I'll go ahead and read for you. The police eliminate the crime in LA after they've incorporated some policies against the thieves. Very close. You want to watch your grammar on there. You're mixing tenses a little bit. I would use the past tense. I would say the police eliminated crime, not the crime, probably just crime, or some crime. Maybe use a different quantifier. The police eliminated some crime in LA after they incorporated, don't use perfect there, just say they incorporated some policies against thieves. Not the thieves. That makes me think there's specific thieves, but we're kind of talking about all thieves. So good sentence, but a couple areas for revision there. Kieran, the X team got eliminated from the series after their bad performance in the last game. You do need the article the there before last game. Okay, good job though. Rosa, we are prolific writers. That's what Neil said in one of his classes. That's Neil, right? He's such a great guy. He's over a couple classes down right now teaching. And prolific is such a good word, and I can totally hear Neil saying that. You are. Good job. You guys are great writers. I'm so happy to have you as my students. And if you're not officially one of my students yet, if this is your first class, welcome, and I'm proud to have you here too. So good job. All right. No, Kyle, you're a great writer too. Just because we make a few mistakes, don't feel bad about it. You're a great writer. Everybody in here has been doing amazing. I make tons of mistakes, and I'm an English teacher and the director of a college, so never feel bad about a few mistakes. That's why writers, even professional writers who publish books that sell millions of copies all over the world, they have editors, because all writers make mistakes. If you find me a writer that makes zero mistakes, I will tell you that that's an imaginary person. It's just not true. All writers make mistakes, including myself. I make plenty. So never feel bad. We just use those as opportunities to become better writers. So you're all prolific writers. Keep at it. Keep going. All right. So next word we're going to talk about is functions. Functions. So functions are, it's a noun. If I talk about what is the function of the liver? To eliminate toxins from the body's system. What is the function of this class? The function of this class is to prepare students for academic English, right? These are all academic English words that we're studying. That's the function of this class. It's like the purpose. What is the function of a horse? The function of a horse is maybe transportation or farm work. What is the function of aspirin, the medicine? The function of aspirin is to eliminate, using another vocab word, eliminate a headache, right? So function means, you're very welcome. Function is like important work. Sure, yeah, Kieran. Function is like important work. It's like the work of something. What is the function of a cell phone? They have lots of functions. Communication, navigation, GPS, information, locating information, Google or whatever. Okay. Indicate is our next word we're going to talk about. What does it mean to indicate? What does a cough? That's a cough, right? What does a cough indicate? What might that indicate? Go ahead and answer that question in the chat. Tell me what a cough might indicate. All right. Very good, everybody. That was awesome. Good job. Good sentences. Thank you for the compliment on my typing. I try to type quickly. I've had lots of practice. Lots and lots of practice. So great sentences. Everyone did really awesome. And when I make critique on your sentences, like I say, oh, hey, you forgot a period, or you need to capitalize, I'm being picky. I'm really trying to challenge you. Your sentences are mostly amazing and mostly perfect. It's just I have to search and find some way we can improve. So I'm going to point out every tiny little thing, but just know I'm doing that so that we can always become better writers. And I want you to do the same for me. I'm going to type quickly, and I'm going to make mistakes too. So anytime you see a mistake that I make in the chat, feel free to call me out on it. Be like, Josh, you totally forgot your period. Come on, what are you doing? So we'll do that for each other, okay? I will probably notice, but I like that you notice too, because it shows that you recognize when an English sentence isn't perfect. So feel free to call me out. Feel free to help each other and say, oh, hey, Neil, you forgot to use a period in that last sentence. And then we can sort of share accountability there and make sure that we're all doing the same thing and all using good English. So great job. I'm so impressed. You guys are amazing. And you do a really good job of fixing your sentences when I make corrections. I know, Kaio, you fixed your sentence right away, and Rosa, you fixed yours, and Fatima, you guys are doing an amazing job. So good work. That really, really impresses me, so thank you. Okay, moving forward, we have about 20 minutes left of class, and I want to get through these vocabulary words and then do some of the listening. So I'm going to go very quickly through the remaining vocabulary words. If you're a premium subscriber, you have access to this and the exercise, and I'm going to assign this exercise as homework. So you will have access to all of these words later, and this assignment. If you're not a premium subscriber, like I said, scroll up in the chat, and you'll be able to find more information about how to become a subscriber if you want. Intensive. Intensive is the type of English classes we teach here at Spokane College of English Language. It's 22.5 hours a week if you study full time. So that's a lot, right? That's a lot of English, so it's intensive. Intensive is like a large amount of something. In this case, intensive English is a large amount of English learning every week. Investigate or investigated. With the ED, it's either a past tense verb or it's a past participle adjective. It could be either. We'll find out in the listening. But to investigate as a verb is to do research, to find out more information about something. Yes, Rosa, I like your sentence there. Asking us to write full sentences indicates that I'm focusing on a writing skill. Yeah, so you investigated my question and you gave a good answer. Good job. Let's see. Indicates, okay. I indicate my friend for this vacancy. Yes. Let me see here. Discover, okay. To figure out the facts. All right, Hamad, I like that. I like that. And I like Rosa and Kyle, you guys said discover. Good job. To discover something, to search for the facts. That's good. Labor. And if you're in America, we spell it without the U. It's just L-A-B-O-R. In Canada or Australia or Europe, you might see the U in the spelling, but it's the same word. Labor is like work. So labor can be a noun or a verb, just like work. I would say that it is a little more academic than the word work, and we don't always use them the same way. For example, I might say, how does a stem cell work? How does a stem cell work? I would not say, how does a stem cell labor? Even though they have the same meaning, you will use one in one situation and one in a different situation. And Kyle, you say researched. That's also good for investigate. Thank you. Mature. Mature. What does mature mean? Oh, Kieran, no, not like neighbor. Labor, it sounds similar. Labor, neighbor. The pronunciation, yes, but the meaning is different. So hopefully you're talking about pronunciation there. And Nalifer, yes, yeah, it's like to find something out when we were talking about investigate, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna keep moving on. We're going off on labor. Yes, Labor Day, Laborer Party, there's lots of uses of it, but it means work. Mature. To be mature is to be grown up, to be an adult, to be responsible. I have many friends who are not mature. I myself sometimes am not mature. I make silly jokes that are for like 5-year-olds, right? But mature is to age. So, for example, things like wine or cheese is better once it is matured, once it is aged. But the word mature has two primary uses in English. One means to grow up, to grow in age or over time. And then, which you guys are saying there, to be an adult, yeah. And, oh, nice, Kieran, you were saying the elimination of you in neighbor or labor. Yeah, go America, spell like American. I always joke that to delete the U or eliminate the U is to make it correct because I'm an American. But yes, moving forward, to mature, we have two uses in English. The first use is to mean to grow up, to age. The other is like behavior. So if I say, oh, you need to act more mature, it means you need to act more responsible, like an adult. So they have similar related meaning, but we use them primarily two different ways. Occurrence. To occur or occur, both pronunciations are accepted. If something occurs, it happens. So an occurrence, a good synonym might be a happening, just something that happens, right? High tide and low tide. High tide occurs twice a day, right? It happens once each day or twice each day to happen, yeah. Persist. Persist is like to continue, something that continues. So I might say, I took the medicine my doctor prescribed, but the illness still persists. And that would mean it's still occurring, it's still happening, right? To remain, good. And Kyle, you say something that happens frequently. Yes, it could be frequently. Like, I talk to my neighbors, without the you, I talk to my neighbors about being loud, but their loud parties still persist. And that would mean still happens frequently. But it also could be a continuation of action, right? The ache in my shoulder still persists. You know, I could say, oh, my girlfriend gave me an amazing back rub, but the ache in my shoulder, it still persists. So that would be like a constant thing, right? That pain might come and go, but it might also be constant. So could be either. To last. Careful, Hamad. It does mean to last, but I wouldn't say it means to increase. No, there's other words we would use. Persist just means to continue, but at the same amount. I would not say that persist has the meaning of increase. It just has the meaning of continue. So be careful there. Prolong is another related word, Fatima. Good job. All right. Let's see. Okay. How about procedure? You know what? For the next few words, I'm going to call out individual students. I'm going to start with our premium subscribers. So, Rosa, can you give me a definition for procedure, please? Can you give me a definition for procedure? What does that mean? Let's see. Kaio, can you give me a definition for section? Searing, if you're here, give me a definition for series, please. And let's see. And Great Gummy, to answer your question, I do use a green screen, and we use OBS and YouTube to film this. So I hope that answers your question. Other students, let's see. Did I give someone subsequent yet? Nilofer, how about subsequent? That's your word. I'd like you to give me a definition for that. Selma, if you're still here, can you define technology for me, please? Who else has been chatting most recently? Ahmed, if you're here. Ahmed, can you give me a definition for the word transform? Okay? I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to work on those, and then we're going to talk about the definitions really quick. And then we have a little bit of time, so we're going to go over some listening using these words. Okay? So take just a few minutes and define those words for me, and then I'll come back and I'll clarify for everybody. Okay? All right, I'm back quickly here because you guys are so good at answering all of these. So I'm going to read some of your answers from the chat here. Ahmed says, transform is to change something from one state to another. Exactly. I always think of I think of the metamorphosis, like a butterfly transforming from a caterpillar to a butterfly. So that's excellent. And looks like Rosa, she did a great job of defining procedure. And Rosa, you said a procedure is a process where we follow steps to reach a goal. That's amazing. That's perfect. Procedure is where we follow steps to reach a goal. And when we talk about medical procedures, sometimes we're talking about surgery or stitches or some sort of process, but it has multiple steps. So good job. Let's see. Ahmed, I already talked about yours. Nilofer, you said in defining subsequent, it is something after something else. Yes. So if you have a surgery, subsequently you will be sore but eventually feel better. If we're talking about a procedure, like Rosa's definition, we could say, okay, I know there's 5 steps to the procedure. I know 1 and 2. What are the subsequent steps? So hopefully you know from my example sentence there, it's an adjective that means after, steps after. So what comes next? What is after? So good job, Nilofer. That's awesome. All right, and Kaio, you say if you need to find a doctor who can treat your illness, you have to go to the 3rd section of this hospital. Yes, it's a part of something. I don't know that I would use it for hospital, maybe, but a section is a part of something. So I would say something like, this section of our class is about stem cells and cloning. This section, this part. So we can use it for a physical space too. For example, this room I'm in, this section of my college is for filming live stream videos. It's our studio. All right, yeah, famous cartoon Transformers. That's right, Rosa. Awesome. I love Transformers. Okay, so Selma, you say technology is the application of knowledge for specific purposes. Yeah, technology. So we're using technology right now for me to teach you guys, for me to give this lesson, right? I have a camera and a microphone and monitors and a keyboard. That's what my keyboard looks like. So we're using technology to have class right now over thousands and thousands of miles. It's awesome, actually. I love it. So operation, is it a synonym for procedure? Yes. Procedure has 2 meanings. In medicine, it usually means an operation is one type of procedure. It could also be something simple that's not an operation. I mean, there's a procedure for getting your hair cut, right? It's not an operation, but they are very close words. We do use them as synonyms. Okay. All right. Okay. So those are basically the definitions of all these words. Really quickly, before we end class here, we have, how much time do we have left? 5-6 minutes. I want to go over a couple listening questions. We're going to skip the pre-listening, but like I said, if you're a premium subscriber, you have this in your homework for tonight. I'm going to go straight down to the listening. And again, if you're a premium subscriber, now is the time to open up the exercise because you can go ahead and get started. If you open up this exercise and you scroll down, you will see part 4. We're going to listen to this first paragraph. And what you're going to do is you're going to try to find the general statement and the thesis statement in this introduction that we're going to listen to and write them down for me. And then you'll share them with me and I'll give you feedback later on in the form of comments or a video chat, okay? So please do that if you can. And everybody else, just hang out, listen to the recording, and try to hear as many of the vocabulary words that we talked about as you can. Okay? So here's the first listening. I'm going to make myself disappear here really quick.
Previously, we were looking at the concept of cloning and how this technology can be applied to medical research. Although it has many benefits, you could see that there is a strong debate regarding cloning, as well as the use of stem cells from embryos. The idea of what stem cells are and where they come from was not really focused on enough. So today, we'll look more closely at what stem cells are, as well as how scientists extract them from different sources to get either embryonic or adult stem cells.
Okay. And Rosa, one of our premium subscribers here. Hey, Rosa. Of course, I will be happy to read the rest of the words for you so you can hear pronunciation. And then those will be included in your homework as well. So this word here, candidate or candidate, both are accepted pronunciations. Candidate is what I would say. Like there are two main presidential candidates right now. One of them is a total psychopath, Donald Trump. I hate that guy. Most of America does. Don't worry, I don't think he's going to be elected, so not a problem. Anyway, candidate is the word there. Next word is differentiation. Differentiation. Differentiation is a difference between something. What is the differentiation between this and that? The next word here is pronounced fertilized. Fertilized. Fertilize is what we do to a garden to make it grow. It is also what happens to an egg in nature to make it develop into a living organism. The next word here is pronounced limitless. Limitless. That just means without limit. So the amount of English words you can memorize is limitless. Now, that's not exactly true. I'm sure there's a finite amount of English words, but English is always growing. So in a way, it's kind of limitless. The next word here is specialized. Specialized. So some tools are specialized for medicine, right? We have saws. A saw is to cut wood or metal or something like that. But you do need a specialized saw to cut different things. Like a wood saw, you would not use on metal, and a metal saw you would not use on wood. They are specialized for cutting different things. The next word here is pronounced undoubtedly. Undoubtedly. That means without doubt. So undoubtedly, all of you students are amazing users of the English language. Undoubtedly. I've seen it. I have no doubt. The next word here is versatile. Versatile means to have many applications or many uses. A cell phone is a very versatile tool. You can use it to make phone calls, to search, to do research. You can use it for GPS. It's a versatile object, a versatile tool. And the last word here is wherein. Wherein is a word that is mostly used in academics. I could say a sentence like, I have an amazing online English for academic purpose class, wherein we study academic vocabulary, etc., etc., etc. It's a word we use to further describe something. And I can give you more information on that later on. So just to catch up on some of the chats here. All right. Concept of cloning, technology player. Okay. Nika, everyone hates Donald. Don't feel bad for that guy. No, he's terrible. If I saw him, I would want to just like punch him in the face. Not really. I mean, I'm all about peace and pacifism, but he's not a great guy. Don't feel bad for him. He's an idiot. Differentiation means to be able to compare between two things. Not exactly to compare. To compare would be to say what things are similar or the same. It's to differentiate, to say different things. So careful with that definition there, Nika. Or excuse me, Hamad. Now about the concept of cloning, how this technology can be applied to medical research. There's debate regarding cloning. Yes, there is, absolutely. Selma, the word limitless, the first thing that comes to mind is Bradley Cooper. I like that TV show too. Yeah, or the movie. It was a great movie. I think of that too. It's funny. I had the same idea. I was like, oh, limitless. But it'd be capitalized. Remember, it'd be capitalized. Okay. Let's see. Rosie, you're welcome, of course. Happy to help a premium subscriber. That's very awesome. Hamad, all right. Sounds good. And yeah, everyone's saying goodbye. That's the end of our class. We got to go. I'm so sorry. So premium subscribers, be sure to send your homework in. Rosa Searing, thank you so much for being logged in. And I will chat with you guys later on. If you guys want more information on how to become a premium subscriber, scroll up in the chat. There is a link to our premium subscription site, so you can check that out. And my email is in there also. So yes, check those out. For premium subscribers, please turn in your homework before next class, which is Thursday. Everybody else, if it was your first time here, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. I had a great time, and we will see you on Thursday, okay? So study these words, go out and do something in English, you know, meet somebody at Starbucks and talk to them about cloning and stem cells or something like that. Thanks so much for being here. Really appreciate it. You guys are so much fun, and I will see you on Thursday, okay? Thanks again, and we'll see you soon.